Independent music fans locally and across the globe, thank you very much for coming back to SBS Live this week. We are extremely excited to be back. As you all know, it feels like forever since we put on a show, and I'm stoked to be able to come back with metal band Expain. We first learned about Expain when we did the interview with Eterna, brutal power metal band from Vancouver, BC earlier this year. At that point in time, they were called the Almighty Excruciating Pain. Since then, they've had a lineup change, and they've become Expain. But in a true display of kind of the tie-ins between the scene, this is that link. This is that moment where you can see that the tie-ins are working, that the relationship is getting built, that the community is there. We went from Eterna, and here we are with Expain today. Now these guys, Dan, Pat, Eric, Nico, and Ryan, they are extremely excitable personalities. Absolutely energetic, both in the interview and performance. Just a really good time overall, and absolutely stoked to be able to show you some live performances here in the studio, as well as some videos. Just godly stuff. Expain does a lot with video themselves, so we'll show you some clips from that. We'll talk about all kinds of different things, including the attitude of Expain. We'll get into some of the history of Expain, some of the future of Expain. We might even have some exclusive details on their upcoming new album right here on the show. So there's lots of things, all things Expain, right here today on SBS Live this week. As we look to wrap things up and head into the next episode, we will also leave you with a preview of the upcoming interview with Kyle Truelove of Aztec, and a brand new video from a band called The Silent Forest, coming all the way to us from the UK, who have just put out a brand new album called In Division. It's dropped in the last 24 to 48 hours here. It's brand new stuff. So every reason to watch. Stoked to have you back. If you've seen our latest promo on Facebook, then you know in today's show, the color purple is going to take on a completely different meaning for you. So welcome back to SBS Live this week. We've got Expain. So some of you already out there, you know what's coming today. You've already seen Expain on our show once through one of our all music episodes, SBS But No BS Part 6, where we featured Expain's cover of John Lennon's Imagine. And we're going to show that to you later on the show today as well. But if you haven't seen that video, definitely stick around, because that's going to give you a full insight into the overall kind of humor, attitude, energy of this band, as well as the depth of their creativity. They put together an excellent video. They just put together excellent songs. The songwriting is deep. It's not only deep, but it's intense. It's intense in that every single instrument, vocals included, everything is played with absolute furious intensity. It's an interesting dynamic because they play like their life depends on it, but at the same time you can see that they're enjoying absolutely every moment of what they do. So stoked is not even a word that can cover how excited I am to be able to show you some live in-studio performances from Expain over these next couple episodes. After hearing everything that Ruddy, the singer from Eterna, had to say about Expain, this is a band I had to know a ton about. I definitely wanted to know about the inner workings of this band and just kind of how they get along behind the scenes. How tight is that metal community? Well, it turns out pretty tight. The color purple. This is definitely a band that is going to stick together over time. You can see the difference that the lineup changes made to the band, and you can see that in their attitude towards their own solidarity and just how they treat each other. I mean, this is a band that has the utmost respect for their personal space and privacy and all of those things. And if nothing else, Expain confirms that hygiene, yes, it is an important thing. But why don't you shower in a band situation? Well, we're going to find that out, and we're going to find out a lot about Expain today. We're going to get to know those guys real well right here on the show. So let's get to it. This is SBS Live This Week, and we have got Expain! Alright, SBS Live This Week. We've got Expain.
What up?
What's going on? We got Ryan. We got Nico. Right? Am I getting this all right so far? Dan, what's going on? And of course, Eric.
Thanks for having us, man.
Thanks for coming. Appreciate you guys coming by. Doing this indie thing.
Fucking Abbotsford style. It smells like cow shit, man.
Yeah, you know, it's not the most beautiful smelling place, but we look okay, you know? Yeah, it's, you know, far from removed from that Vancouver kind of needles on the ground and still smells kind of rough too, right? Or Surrey, that's not even that far away for us. You guys just played a show last night.
Yeah, we did. It was great.
Tell me about it. What's going on? How'd it go?
It's really good.
It was awesome. Funkies is always good times.
Right.
Always have a really good time.
Great lineup last night too.
Okay.
We had Musifix come in from they're from Calgary.
Calgary, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm loving
And,
that name. Nico and I were talking about that before.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah. And Tortorex, they're new up and comers and they're doing pretty good. They sound awesome. It's always a pleasure to play with them. And obviously Abriosis was headlining.
Right.
And
yeah, they hadn't played a show in quite a while, and we were all we're all pretty tight with them, so we were all stoked to see them.
Right.
Nico ended up on stage, writhing around.
Okay.
I believe that was your fault.
Okay.
Was that during
I fucking threw him on stage.
And is that a challenge for you, or is that just no problem? Just throw him right up there
He's,
like a rag doll.
He's pretty solid, but he's pretty light too, so.
Did you bounce, man? Like
I landed on my back and I just laid there for a solid,
best seat in the house
solid
after
minute
that
and a half.
point,
Just
right?
take a nap. Just let it.
Hey, there's Gooch right in my face.
Nice.
I'm
nice.
actually Taylor, the guitar player from Abriosis. He sold me a guitar recently, and what the strap hooks onto the bottom, it fell off as I was playing. So I'm a little cross with him at the moment.
You want to send him out a direct warning, or you got people coming to collect for this money, or
I think we'll probably do something horrible to him. His appendix just burst recently, so maybe a punch in the stomach.
His wound is probably still fresh, so we could probably put things in it. We could probably open it up again.
Yeah.
we could put a new appendix in that's ready to blow and just he won't know what hit him. I got it out.
Yeah.
I can't figure it out, man.
I just want to be clear here, the whole burst appendix thing, that's not enough somehow. You guys want to go further with this. I like your style. Expain, more like current pain, right? Tell me about my first impression from you guys anyway, or at least when I first learned about you, was actually pretty cool. I don't know if any of you have seen the episode, doesn't matter, I'm not offended if you haven't, but we had a Eterna here.
The Eterna one.
Yeah,
we definitely saw it.
You guys got some major
Represented.
props, absolutely, right? Absolutely, major props from those guys, from Ruddy, and I mean, we really respect that guy's opinion. We had him back for another show actually as well.
Yeah.
But to hear what he had to say about you guys were playing a show with him that night, and it was like, how do you guys go on and compete against a band that, I mean, he honestly considered you guys at kind of this other level. And to hear that was awesome, first of all, but to hear him kind of well, you just can't. Ruddy's very black and white that way. I love that about him, but he's just you just can't. And I'm like, for me, it's it's the underdog thing, the Rocky thing, right? You got to rise to the occasion. But I don't know. Tell me about playing with those guys. Have you had a long relationship with them?
Actually, Cam, the guitar player, used to play. He played some of our songs at one point.
Okay.
We used to be in a band together, and then we realized we wanted to do our own kind of shit, so we
Right.
split ways. But we played a bunch of shows with them, and they're fucking hilarious. Actually, Ruddy, we just did a music video shoot.
He's prominently featured as a unicorn in the crowd shot.
Oh, he brought the unicorn suit out again, did he?
Brought the unicorn suit
And
out,
he was waving his dick around full on.
Yeah,
like,
fucking unicorn windmilling his dick, but
It's
that's
funny
to the full cut. But I think they're gonna, it might be in the uncensored cut. It's probably gonna come around.
It's funny because
an
he's
HBO
got
channel.
he's got like such a large vocabulary and says such smart things, and then he puts on a unicorn suit and waves his dick around.
Waves his dong.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. That's
so
the kind of people,
unpredictable, right?
That's the kind of people I appreciate. That's what life's all about. Right?
Dick waving unicorns, top of the list, Okay, so interesting to me was that you guys contacted us at all. I thought that was very cool.
I saw the Eterna thing and I was like, fuck, this place looks cool.
Right on, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, like after checking into you guys and seeing Expain TV, crazy shit. Like, and I'm looking at this going, okay, what the fuck can I offer these guys, right? In terms of video editing, I can sit and listen and learn some shit. So yeah, truly impressive. I think the website is great. I think that, in terms of how many videos you guys put out, it's insane.
It's all due to this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what I've heard. So Dan, fill me in a little bit about what Expain TV is all about, and how did it start? Why is it important?
Expain TV is just all about the craziness, just us having good times and as much random weird shit as possible.
It's pretty random, man.
And it's something I've always been into. I've always enjoyed video editing, and this was just the perfect outlet for me. Is what it was like. We're all crazy, we've all got weird minds. We all come up with really good ideas, and it just works.
Right.
Like I was saying before, Pat always phones me up with the weirdest ideas, and like it's always like randomly through the day, which makes it even more hilarious. I'm doing something completely normal,
Okay.
and he'll phone me up and be like, "Dude, we got to do a shoot where a lady gives birth, and the baby comes out, and then Nico's headbanging whilst the baby comes out, and then he starts swinging the baby around," and I'm just like, I'm going. No, we can do that. Like, and then we just merge it together, and it just works.
Right,
and it's it's something I enjoy so much. I spend so many hours doing it, but every single hour I just enjoy it. Like, it's amazing to me. It's awesome, and it's and we actually want to take it on a new route and take it back to how it originally started. The first few episodes had interviews with local bands, and we interviewed Gross Misconduct and
Abriosis,
and Zuckers.
Zuckus, yeah.
So we kind of want to.
He did, didn't he?
So I'm here with Zuckus from Vancouver, Canada, grindcore's finest, one of the stalwarts of the Vancouver scene. 15 years, boys. You've been around 15 years. I just want to know, basically, what you guys are all about.
That was a really in-depth interview.
As far as a journalist is concerned, I was looking at that going, that is definitely, I don't even know how you would spell this. Sorry to interrupt.
I think point is that we can go into a shoot just kind of having a very, very rough framework of what we're going to do.
Right.
And then usually just completely not do that framework at all. Do something completely different, and then it still turns out good somehow.
So you're not limited to any static ideas ever when you go into a project. You guys are.
We usually have like a vague idea, and then
maybe about 30 beers.
we set
We
set a date, buy a bunch of beer, and fucking press record, and then someone will say, "Why don't we do this? Why don't we do that?" And next thing you know,
Snowballs.
Right.
it's on YouTube, and people are disgusted.
Yeah. You gotta look at it as art. What can you say?
Exactly.
Now, before we get to an exclusive live in Sleeping Bag Studios performance from Expain, I want to show you the video that we've put on before. This is the cover of Imagine by John Lennon from Expain, here on SBS Live this week.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Live from Vancouver, the Expain Show. Now, introducing your host, Ed Sullivan.
Thank you. Now tonight, the entire country is waiting to hear England's The Beatles. The city has never witnessed the excitement that these youngsters from Liverpool have stirred up, currently knocking Elvis Presley off the charts and creating quite a name for themselves. I am pleased to introduce to you The Beatles.
When it comes to the videos themselves, I know this is a somewhat new lineup. Can we talk about a particular episode, Drummers and Dummers?
Yeah,
Okay.
Of course.
Cool.
that's my favorite one, I think.
That's
that's a fun
quite the episode. Yeah, no, you get to know you guys.
As long as we got each other, we got the world spinning right in our hands, baby, you and me. We gotta be the luckiest dreamers who never quit dreaming. As long as we keep on giving, we can take anything that comes our way, baby, rain or shine, all the time.
To get to definitely, it's what I like is that, in classic literature and in classic stories, classic movies, what's the most beautiful thing, right? the guy gets the girl, and I thought, you know, like it was beautiful romance, and you know, like so well punctuated at the end there. Beautiful stuff, man. And you know, like I know these kind of things don't get awards or recognition from the Academy, but they should. As far as the episode goes itself, I mean, sell out McLoser.
We got each other, sharing the laughter and love.
That's this episode has balls in all kinds of ways. Like, you know, like, so what's the deal with that? You guys aren't afraid to kind of just cut it and separate it? No, like burning bridges, more or less. Like, is that
The sellout McLoser thing?
Yeah, like I mean,
that was his. It was his idea.
Really?
He actually insisted that
when he was in the band, yeah, he liked to be called that.
Oh, so that was just long standing.
It wasn't a cheap shot at all.
Oh, okay. So like, yeah.
I never even thought of it like that.
Yeah, I was
That
just,
makes it more
because
interesting.
like for the
actually.
first kind of impression of looking at a video, I was just like, holy shit. Holy shit. Really? Because I mean, I just knew that you had changed drummers. That's really all I had known, right?
Yeah.
And you know, obviously positives came out of that. You guys got Ryan, who is, got to research this quote again in my brain. You guys had so much to say about him. Oh, he's good.
I thought Ryan was good. Ryan was good. Ryan was good. Ryan, he was good.
Yeah, so you know, it was good to see that you guys all came to that consensus, and I thought that was awesome, right? But yeah, Ryan, I don't know. You tell me, man. What's it like playing with these guys now, and where'd you come from to begin with?
No, it's good.
It is good. Yeah.
I don't know.
Where are you from, Ryan?
Where am I from?
Like,
Slurry.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Did you play in other bands before this?
Yeah.
Right.
The band Tyrannicide, and I played with them for a couple of years.
Okay.
And yeah, I went to Metal Fest with my friend last year, who was in my band, and met up with these guys and
he was really drunk.
had some beers.
Yeah. And was that when you just said,
They took
okay,
me
I'm gonna
home.
play drums, or did you?
When he came up to me and said, "I really like playing in your band," and
Yeah.
Fucked up.
You want that kind of enthusiasm, you know? Like, yeah, just rolling in all hazy drunk, like, hey man, you know? It's time to
I
sing.
make some good first impressions.
It's funny because we used to play shows with his old band, and I remember seeing him headbanging at the front of the stage.
Right.
So it was cool because he was a fan. Now he's fucking.
Yeah.
Now
That
he's
makes a
in the band,
difference,
so-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Good shit.
at the Metal Fest too, like the first thing that I really noticed him there in the first place was because I was just walking across the parking lot and I hear this guy drunkenly on the other side of the whole park, excruciating pain.
Nice.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Go over and say what's up, and that was like
we're
the
all still
tour.
haggard from being on the road for.
Yeah, that was the last show on our tour,
Right.
and our drummer had just freshly left, and we had Slag Duster, the guys from Slag Duster, amazing.
Yeah.
They were playing drums for us, just to cover for us for the last couple of dates, and so it was just kind of like our drummer just left. He's
Yeah.
like, man, I'd love to like try out, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because if I didn't see Eric, maybe at like 2 other shows before that, just saying the same shit.
Right, yeah.
And he'd be like, who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah, exactly. You never know what
The
you're
last
gonna run
time I
into.
did it, he came around. He's like, hey man, what's up? I was like, oh my god, it's Eric. And he's like, we talked for like 10 minutes and there's some shit, and then you're like,
Eric
yeah
likes to
man, come have some beers with all the bands after. I was like, fuck yeah. So
Right.
then introduced my laughs to the band and
Got accepted that way. Accepted that way.
forever remember it that way, I'm sure.
Right.
Oh man,
But,
that fucking
like-
laugh is classic, dude.
How do you get to it? Like, I mean, what do you got to do with this guy?
10 beers.
Put 10 beers
Yeah.
in.
All right.
That was a seagull.
Well, between 3 and 10 beers isn't really a big difference for me.
Okay. Hey man, it's inexpensive that way. Anybody that rags you for it is spending too much money.
They're all just jealous.
Exactly.
That's,
Yeah.
that's what I say.
Did the laugh come out last night at the food fight?
Yeah, the Duffins.
Yeah,
last
you
night.
were dying.
Yeah.
Just choking.
We got home from the show last night.
Okay, so
and
it's
we
post-show for
yeah,
food.
and we
Yeah,
went
it's
to this
classic.
24/7 place called Duffins Donuts. And
Okay, yeah.
So
got a
really
little out
good,
of hand.
really good chicken and chicken burgers
Just
and
being
stuff.
Donuts.
drunk
Yeah.
and rude, and me and Nico were throwing food at each other. Fucking Robin from Abriosis walks in before we leave and just looks so innocent.
He's
We're
like-
we're just wasted.
He's
like,
super sober, just wanting some
guys,
food. And we're just like having like drunken food fights in the corner.
It's kind of nice in Duffins because they don't really come out to stop you. Right?
No,
no,
It's a solid
Yeah.
monthly affair that we go in there and do something that's
Yeah.
not.
I think the
appropriate.
last visit was a bunch of matchbooks that we we
yeah.
all sat around the table.
It stunk.
You gotta be
The
careful.
whole place
though.
like smelled like
If
sulfur.
you guys make this a regular hangout and you go there and do this all the time, they're gonna start making those donuts like awfully hard for you guys. So.
All those donuts
They
are
should
so
just
good.
sponsor us.
Dale Donuts.
250 for Dale Donuts. Like
350.
It's all about relevance to time when you get those donuts in you. Usually the donut I'm eating is the best donut I've ever eaten. But yeah, like first impressions on you, man. Like after watching that episode, it was like we had actually been talking a lot about Terry Bozzio. I don't know if that name rings a bell.
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. He's awesome, dude. Look into him, man.
Okay.
And look into him and compare him to what you've done on that just short clip, because like at that point where you just basically get right in the mic's face and start letting out that scream. I mean, I was actually sitting here with Brad from Eterna at the time, and when you go through the auditions and whatnot, and you see each one coming through, and after I figured out that after the first one that okay, this is probably not so serious after all, right? As soon as you popped on screen, I was like, yeah, this is definitely the guy. I just looked at Brad, this is gonna be the guy, and then the scream happened, and I was like, holy. I mean, it seems like a good fit for you guys. Give me more than good. How did this come? Like, did it really just gel right away?
It's pure like it's a family now. It's good.
Yeah.
Pure positive. Like before, I don't know. I don't want to talk bad, but
Right.
we just all get along now. It's like
Yeah.
even if we're not playing shows, we're chilling together. So.
yeah, one thing that I like is that it's not. We don't need the excuse of being a band to hang out.
Yeah.
Like it's not like we need to be doing band affairs to be together. Like just,
Not always making music.
Yeah.
You can separate
yeah,
that.
we can just go to the beach.
But it's cool though because we can do that and just bring a camera and we'll get some good footage somehow.
Well, it doesn't seem like the demeanor ever changes of the people, right? Like, that.
It's good. It just works.
Yeah.
Fuck,
yeah.
I wish we had that food fight on tape last night. That was fucking...
Yeah.
We need
We were
GoPros
like-
strapped to our heads.
Honestly,
we need
yeah,
to
I
roll
thought you guys
constantly.
just had cameras at all times. Like,
You should tell him what we did to Eric this morning.
Oh!
Explain.
Well, these guys crashed at my place, so
Okay.
there's a fucking... They all showered together.
Yeah.
But there's a window that you can... outside in the shower.
For a second, I was like, what? Oh, shit, yeah, okay, wait a second. Yeah, sorry,
Well,
I didn't mean to cut you off.
he was showering, and you can open the window from outside, and
Yeah.
the shower's
The point
right
is,
there.
all three of us showered. He showered first, and
Ice water dumped.
we got
on
ice
me.
water.
Dumped
It
ice
was
water
just
on.
cold water.
Oh,
And then I showered and I got ice water.
He got ice water.
And then Eric.
And I was expecting rocks. I was like, they're gonna throw rocks at me. And
So he closed the window, so we came outside and just creeped the window open. And I mixed udon noodles with sesame oil and water.
sacrificed udon for this? Okay,
And I fucking
was
and
old.
I grabbed these frozen black bananas and a tub of ice cream, and I just wanted to throw as much shit in there as I could. Just fucking
Kind of hard to
whipped it
get clean
I'm
that way.
expecting like a hand to come in and throw a couple of rocks, and this thing just explodes through the window. And I was just like shocked. I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then I slipped on the noodles and biffed in the tub. Just it stank so bad. It's awful.
There was no getting away from that, obviously.
No,
You
no.
knew this was coming.
I knew it was like I really should have just
Not
called dibs
showered.
on the first shower.
Yeah, it sounds like
Yeah,
it
the
probably
first
came
one-
out worse than when you went in.
I think Nico had it best, like, cause the first one was just water.
Yeah.
Nico was second, and he's like, something's coming, and he's aware of it. And so he's like, ready, and it was ice water, and he's just like, yeah, I got it, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Still
I knew I was going to get the bad
still
one.
rough. I
Gotta
hate
shriek
that shit.
Yeah.
It's cold, man.
I did shriek in that. Yeah.
Okay, so give me an idea now that you guys are solid. Like, what's next for Expain? What comes up now?
New album.
Yep.
New album?
New album's in the works.
We got written songs already, or
11 songs, guitars tracked, bass tracked, drums tracked.
Okay.
Doing vocal pre-pro this week.
right?
Gonna do that and then mix and master. So
Nice.
we're probably looking at like a late this year release, and
Okay.
it sounds fucking awesome. Man.
11 tracks are what you're sticking at, or is it
Yep.
getting
Yeah.
cut down from there?
It's an
Expanded?
intro and 10 tracks.
Yeah,
so.
intro and 10 tracks.
Okay. Okay. And like
10 and a quarter
compared to
tracks.
what you've done in the past, again, not speaking bad, because I know it's then and this is now. But like, how have you grown since then? Aside from
Well,
this guy?
it's actually funny because on the first album we had just the way they were recorded. A lot of the songs were like ended up getting recorded a little bit slower than we kind of originally intended to. They didn't have the kind of like energy that we feel that we have.
Right.
And this time we re-recorded some of the ones in our last EP up to the tempo that we want them at, and it's almost like new songs because they breathe fresh life into them. Kind of.
Right. Yeah. Well, for sure, it's what you intended. It's
Yeah.
finally sounding like what you wanted to.
Bumped
be, right?
up the BPMs,
Yeah, it's a little faster.
and lots of new songs. Fucking lots
Yeah.
of solos with Eric this time, and
Yep.
bass solos.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, I think when the EP was out, I think like we were all still pretty new, so it was mainly like we were still relying a lot on Pat because he was kind of like the
nexus.
guy that brought it all together. It's like, this is Pat's baby, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And now like we've been around each other long enough, so like we've been like influencing each other, and we're all more involved. So I think like the EP was more one directional, where now we've kind of just broadened the horizons.
It makes a difference. It makes
Oh,
a
for
huge
sure, man.
difference.
Yeah.
I've interviewed a lot of bands where that tends to go the other way, and to me that sucks. Where it ends up being one person ends up writing all the material, and where they started is one band.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you end up playing somebody else's music, and for some people that's okay, but to hear that it goes the other way, that's awesome, right? Like,
It's
that gives you guys a lot of input from all ideas and a real shot at and a chance to grow each time, right?
Yeah, it's a big weight off my shoulders too, because before I would have to kind of worry about writing the whole song. Now it's like I'll just write like 4 cool riffs, show it to the guys, and fucking we'll make something.
We'll string them together as a group, add little like parts that bridge the main ideas together, kind of thing.
Yeah. So no shortage
Makes
on
life a lot
ideas there either,
No,
really,
it's-
yeah?
And these guys are all music school trained, fucking arranger, fucking
Okay.
crazy shit.
You're pointing to the whole group here, every other person but you, or what do we got?
Pretty much, yeah. Well, me and Dan, we didn't go to music school, but these
Okay.
three are in music school, so
Right.
they know all the fucking fortissimo, fucking G sus4, fucking 1986 chord.
Yeah, I'm with you,
flats.
man. I'm
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't even be able to
Yeah.
say that stuff, yeah.
Like, I'm telling them to go to number 8. Like, oh, that's the C note, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
So that comes in handy, though, in metal, like huge.
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
It does.
It makes things a lot quicker as well, because like we don't have to spend too much time like fussing over everything. Like we kind of like have the understanding like this will just work this way, and we can like more,
bypasses a lot of steps.
yeah, we can more clearly hear and see how things are gonna work and what will or what won't work.
Yeah, there's just like music terminology too. It just helps to communicate, putting things together easier instead
Yeah,
of
we're
like
trying to
explaining
figure out
everything
parts.
with like
Yeah.
a bunch of words. You just use one word and it's like, oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So it kind of,
Cuts down
That's-
the
that's
BS,
catchy.
right?
Most time we have to explain to this
Good.
fucker, but
right.
I still don't know what a bar is. That's
That's where you go to buy
kind of like a
drinks.
metal pole.
That's where
There
we
you go.
play gigs.
Well, that kind of sets the balance too, because I'm guessing you do a lot of the social media work and contact people like myself for
Yeah.
promotions, and obviously you do the video thing. You guys bring the musical knowledge.
yeah, it's kind of how it
Everybody's
ends up
bringing
getting
something to the table.
distributed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So new album. When are you guys calling it? You guys figured it out yet?
We don't know.
We're still working on it.
There's a couple ideas hanging around.
Okay.
The tip was the latest.
Just the tip?
Just the tip was
Just
the
the
latest.
tip.
It was the latest one.
I do like that one.
That's on the record now.
It's, yeah.
You know?
I'm down.
It's where it starts. Where does it end? That's what people will want to know, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's deep. I mean, it's just the tip.
It's just
We have to call it that now.
yeah, I think we should.
Agreed.
Once again, for your viewing pleasure, we've got Expain with an exclusive in Sleeping Bag Studios performance for you all with a song called... I'll let them introduce it to you. Here's Expain.
Okay. We are Expain, and this song is called Allegiance to Pain.
The new album will be called Just the Tip.
Yeah, officially announced. And you can't take that back.
It works
You
with the
might
artwork.
edit it out, but
It works with the artwork too, so we just got that back.
Okay.
Buddy from California, Tony Cole, did it.
Right.
He's the guy that did the Black Dahlia Murders Deflorate album, I think.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
really sick.
too, I think.
He's done a ton of fucking death metal and
And did you guys get a hold of him? Like,
he just got recommended. I remember I put a post on Facebook, like, who should we use, and checked him out. And
he was just in.
yeah, he's
Nice.
down right away. Super nice guy. He's in like a
Quick worker too.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a ton of
Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah.
good.
That's
sent-
one thing that's
he
tough
sent-
for all those guys,
Yeah.
right? They get a lot of submissions and they got to do a lot of things. You know what it's like. If you got like 4 videos tomorrow that had to be due in the next 48 hours, it's like
Just go
probably
for
not
it.
possible.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
it's crazy.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool though. We had like the idea for the artwork, like what we wanted to get out of it, and we just explained it to him. Like, here's what we want. Take it away, and he told us what he needed from us, and then he just like sent a bunch of sketches, like boom, boom, boom.
Right.
yeah. He was fucking like
Yeah, and it's
super quick.
It's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
the artwork looks just fantastic.
So anything that you guys are not happy about with this album? It's, I mean, you're here to promote, so I'm not expecting that, but like, it's obviously
That
a
we're
tough
not
thing
happy.
to assemble. Like,
The
how
fact
about
that it's not out yet.
Nah, there we go.
Yeah,
There we go. I'll take it. You know, it's one of those. How do I answer this, but I don't answer this? I love it. That's great.
I hate that recording an album costs a lot of money.
It does,
I
yeah.
wish that it was cheap, but
Right.
Also,
you get what you pay for.
also
it.
changing band name and then having to get new merch.
Yeah,
we also got
Yeah,
a
sure
cheap
enough.
merchandise too.
Yeah. So yeah, well, let's go into that for a second here, because I mean, I know you guys are willing to help out other people in their commercials and whatnot, and say promote a fine product like Jizzer Me Joggers.
Introducing Zuckus Jizzer-Me Joggers, the ultimate in sweatpants. Are your jeans ripped and shitty? Are your spandex faded and outdated? Or are your trousers downright disgusting? Try Zuckus Jizzer-Me Joggers. Take a look at these two dudes. Utterly disgusting. But with a pair of Zuckus Jizzer-Me Joggers on, they become instantly desirable.
Any plans for some unique merch for Expain, or what's going on there?
Butt plugs.
Butt plugs, beautiful.
Yeah,
You know,
you don't want
like
to damage your
just the
No,
tip.
yeah.
Just the tip butt plugs.
I think you need to have a range of colors, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Sapphire.
Glow in the dark.
yeah.
We should fucking have it like it gets
Probably just a straight brown to hide the mess.
Yeah,
That's smart.
That is smart.
it is,
Yeah.
It could be like rainbow, and if you could reach like, if you reach like purple.
Color gauge.
Numbered, colored, just
Yeah.
the tip. Expain butt plugs.
Last night,
Yeah.
purple. Oh, man, I'm still
Online
red.
online contest. Just submit your latest.
Submit the tip. So you guys, right now, that's what you're playing? How many of these 11 songs are making it to the stage right now? 10
of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Nope.
nine.
Nine. Right.
Yeah.
But the new material
Oh,
is
yeah.
out
Yeah.
there. How are people responding?
Very
Seen it?
very positive. Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
played three new songs last night,
Right.
and I mean, it went down. Pretty
Yeah,
good,
they were
actually.
loving it last
Yeah.
night. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got good reactions straight away. Actually, like I mean, usually when you play a new song for the first time, you're not really getting a good response. But
Right.
these couple of new ones, the first time we played them, people were like moshing straight away. It was really cool. It was,
Yeah, it makes a huge difference when you do see it right away.
Yeah, it's
'cause
like, oh, it's
exactly
working.
like you said.
This
Yeah.
track worked.
Yeah. Instant response. Oh, yes. Way to
Just
pressure
stand there,
is
just
off,
going,
right? Yeah. I don't know the words yet. How about like before the show? I feel like I've never asked this question to a band. I've been doing this for quite a while, but I've never asked anybody. Do you guys have a pre-show ritual? Do you guys go out
Yeah, we do.
and butcher a
Butcher
cow?
a cow.
I
Yeah.
like one as of late. Yeah.
We
Okay.
just
Yeah.
act like fucking idiots.
Yeah, we kind of.
like
We
like
we
direct
we
all
like
huddle up backstage and
scream
and yell
jump
and like
flail
dance.
and-
What were we doing last night? We had-
anything.
We had brooms and we were
Yeah.
like sweeping in
Right.
time to the.
It's funny because this is actually true. This
Yeah,
is-
yeah.
I never thought
But
about
is it
that,
just to
actually.
get that
We just
loose?
we
Yeah,
just we just
to get
kind
that
of go backstage
uncomfortable?
and do
Just
we
jump
just
around.
be
Yeah.
idiots.
I think we did it in a video,
Yeah, Mr.
and it was
Hanky
just
video.
the Christmas episode,
special.
and we just did it like, hey, this would be funny if we like made up this pre-game thing, and then we've just kind of
Started doing it.
started doing it every now and again.
Just gets you in that
just
mode.
because,
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like stupid and.
If you and we like the other band's usually playing, the one before us, so we usually dance to them
yeah,
and try and get their attention.
right, right, yeah.
What are these guys doing?
Well, you know, wait a second, these guys are on after us. What the hell's going on?
Okay, before we get to the preview of the upcoming interview later this year with Kyle Truelove of Aztec and the upcoming video with The Silent Forest, I just want to say a quick shout out and thank you to Expain for being here once again. Thank you Dan, Pat, Ryan, Nico, and Eric. You guys absolutely kicked my ass. It was a tremendous pleasure to be able to watch you guys do what you do here in the studio, to the point where I think I found myself another independent local metal band that I not only feel like I could go out and have a beer with, but that I'd actually listen to the music of as well. So thank you very much, Expain. You guys are expanding my musical horizons, and we're going to leave that as the only thing you expand. You won't find me at the Color Purple anytime soon. But what you will find is us returning again at regular intervals. We are extremely ecstatic to be back again for the last quarter of the year. So let's leave you now with a couple of things. I want to leave you with a video from a band from the UK that just released their album In Division. This is a band called The Silent Forest, and we're going to show you a video called Drowning Man, which they've just put out earlier this month. But before we leave you on a musical note, I want to show you a preview of the upcoming interview with Kyle Truelove of Aztec, and we will be back to see you very soon with part 2 of Expain on SBS Live this week.
Say jack of all trades, master of none. You've heard this before, right?
Yes.
This phrase before.
Oh yeah, I've heard the phrase.
You ever worry about that? I mean, like, you know, obviously you've gone through different sounds and different evolutions of what you do.
Mhm.
Should you be limited to anything like that, or is it fair to say that, you know, like kind of putting yourself out there all over the musical map is also a way to kind of master something?
For sure. I don't think if you're making music, you're making music, you know, like, it's not like, I don't know, I just feel like Kyle Truelove or Aztec is just an extension, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's just something different to offer.
Yeah.
Like, they're two totally different things, you know? If I was in two bands that sounded the same, different, you know what I mean? That'd be a different situation.
Right, right.
I think, I don't know, I'm just trying
They're
to do
all offering something
two different things.
Right. So it's kind of like having, you know, different kids, and you're not supposed to love one of them more than the other kind of thing.
Well, exactly.
Nice. I think. Well, sounds like good things are planned. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
You're in a good place right now.
For sure.
Shit.
Yeah.
Any complaints?
Things are moving forward.
You don't got any complaints?
Not
Complaints?
not playing enough shows.
Not playing enough shows? Whatever, you're not playing enough shows. You post shows all the time. You're always playing. You need more. You're looking
more,
for what?
man.
You're looking for like 2 in a day every time?
Man, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Really? Could you do it?
Oh man, do a Kyle Truelove like cafe show in
Just-
the afternoon and
yeah.
hit up Aztec at night.
No problem, eh?
Totally.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
I like it.
Hell-bent with frozen bones, and I don't think he's coming back for us. Hell-bent with frozen bones, and I don't think we're getting out.
And hide beneath the waves in your self-made grave, and lie your dreams away as you start to fade, and cast those empty thoughts into the deep to pay your way. So if I go, and if I go straight for home, and take me back into the island down your mind, where the shell will be. I